so welcome back to Lex Reads. So in today's video, we are going to be doing part one of my Black History Month book haul. I found some really good finds. I'm so excited to share them with you. But first, who are we repping? We are wearing T-Boz, legendary great girl group TLC. It is one of my favorites. Would have to say favorite my favorite TLC album is Crazy Sexy Cool. My favorite TLC member, I've always liked Lisa. Always liked Left Eye. And then I've always wanted Chili's hair. Ah, Chili is so pretty. Still pretty to this day. And then T-Boz is just like cool. That's just like the epitome of coolness, okay? She is like the it girl. You want to hang out with her. And I saw this t-shirt. I had to get it. I got this from some years ago. I got this from City Trends. Y'all remember the store City Trends? It's like a urban, heavily discounted store slash like warehouse. I really like their graphic tees, especially their men's graphic tees, because they do have a lot of like black artists. I'm gonna have to take y'all in there because I haven't been in there in a while. But let's get into this book haul. But before we get started, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. First, I want to show you. First, I want to show you the books that I got from the library. My local library was having a book sale, but I was pleasantly surprised because I got 4 books for $4, and they were all by Black authors. First thing that I got, The Piano Lesson by August Wilson. Now, I was not sure if I had a copy of this, but I said, you know what, just in case I want to get it, and if I do, it's fine. I do have a copy of this, but I don't have this edition, and I really do like this edition. Have I read any August Wilson? I don't think I've read any August Wilson. I haven't even read Fences. I've seen the movie, of course. But no, I haven't read any. Which y'all know, plays, oh Lord, I always really want to get into plays and poetry, but they're just not my ministry. I like buying them. I do want to read his works because, they get excellent praises. There's always, revivals of his plays. I do know that there was a recent movie that came out. If it wasn't last year, it was the year before, and they had Denzel Washington's youngest son. He directed it, and then his other son starred in it. So I haven't seen it. I do want to see it. I've seen the one back in the 90s. Alfred Woodard, you guys know, he was in the TV show back in the day, Rock. He was it a police officer? Y'all, I'm dating myself, but he's in that. And the last time I saw that, I was a kid. So yeah, I saw another August Wilson play that I do not have and never heard of it. It's called Two Trains Running. I love these editions. They are so pretty. Yeah, I don't know what this is about. It says it is Pittsburgh, 1969, and the regulars of Memphis Lee's restaurant are struggling to cope with the turbulence of the world that is changing rapidly around them and fighting back when they can. The diner is scheduled to be torn down, a casualty of the city's renovation projects that is sweeping away the buildings of a community, but not its spirits. These people of loud voices and big hearts continue to search, to filter, to preserve, to hope. Compassion and humor, the sense of place and time, Wilson paints a vivid portrait of everyday lives in the shadow of great events and of unsung men and women who are anything but ordinary. This sounds really good. Next, I got Virginia Hamilton, House of Dies Dreer. This cover got me. Now, I have a couple of Virginia Hamilton's books. She was a Black author that wrote for middle grade and YA. Not a lot of people talk about her, but her works are very, very good. You have these two bounty hunters that they killed an enslaved person, and there are some ghosts that come back and I guess get them together. So I am really intrigued by this, and I love, love, love the cover. And then the last book I got is Black Girls Must Have It All. I remember when this came out, but then when I saw that it was only $1 and it was by a Black author, I said, let me get it. It is a type of book that I like because it's for women. You get 4 different perspectives. You see their personal and professional lives. I really like stories like that. You have like one woman that's all about her career. You have another woman that their marriage is kind of struggling. You have another woman she is a newly mother, and she wants to get back into her career, and she's dealing with all of that. So yeah, I can't wait to get into this. I love the cover also. and it's not a very long book. So that is all the books I got from the library sale. Again, I paid $4. Next, let's get into Barnes and Noble. Now, I bought this a week ago. I don't really remember what I got. So I also got 4 books. The first book I got, which I had to get as one of my anticipated reads for this year, is With Love from Harlem by Rashonda Tate. Oh, I'm so excited to get into this. I actually just watched Kayla's vlog and loved every minute of it. She did such a great job, like always. So I cannot wait to get into this because I do want to know the tea, especially about her husband. Oh, Lord, he was a mess. I actually read this book years ago. It is a biography, and it's called King of the Cats. There's also a movie, TV movie that they did years ago. I forgot what it's called. I'll put it down below if I can find it. Super excited to get into this and just learn more about Hazel Scott. Next, I have Restore Me by J.L. Seegers. Now, I have never read anything by this author. I know everyone, like Mama was talking about this author, especially last year. And I know she is an independent author, but it looks like now she's been traditionally published. Is what the New Haven series. So I really want to get into this because a lot of people are saying if you like um Gray Hovington's, works, you'll probably like hers. And I really do like Gray Hovington. So I cannot wait to get into this. I did not realize it was this much of a chonker. I mean, look at this book. It is huge. So I think this is the first one. Y'all let me know because again, I don't want to mess myself up. I don't know anything about this book. I don't know anything about the story. I kind of just want to go into it blind. But I do have a feeling that I am going to like it. I did see the original covers of this, and it was like gray, and the writing was like a light pink, which I kind of wish I could have gotten that one. But this one is really nice too. I like the red and the watercolor. But if you guys have read this series, the New Haven series, did you guys like it? Again, never read anything by this author. Next, I got Eleanor and Gray by Brittany Cherry. Now, I didn't even know that she was coming out with a new book. I am a fan of Brittany Cherry's books, even though I think the only gripe I have, and it's not a big gripe, but she writes she's a black author, but she writes white characters. Again, it's not a big deal, but I noticed she does that a lot in her books. I think the newest book that I got from her before this I have is If You Stayed, and that is actually a black couple because in her book she will have like an illustration of, the couple and all of them be white, but that one is not. So I'm really excited to get into that. I do like her writing though. She is fantastic when it comes to writing romances. Also, her romances are not filled with spice. It does tug at your heart. Her books can be real deep. This I don't know anything about. Um, does it have a picture? Okay, no, I don't think it has a picture. Such a pretty book. Let me see. What is this about though? Eleanor never thought she'd see Grayson East again. As a teenager, he was everything: her first crush, her first close friend, the boy who made her believe in forever. But life had other plans, and when tragedy struck, they were torn apart. Years later, Eleanor takes a nannying job only to discover her new boss is Grayson, now a man hunted by loss. Though he warned her to keep her distance, Eleanor refuses to back down. As she cares for his 2 daughters, she glimpses the boy she once adored beneath his cold interior. With each passing days, Eleanor chips away at Grayson's walls, but letting her in means he must face his past and risk losing her again. Walking away would be safer. Eleanor's heart won't give up on showing him that even the deepest scars can heal when love gets a second chance. This sounds really good. This kind of reminds me a little bit of like the her book The Gravity of Us, because it's dealing with a man that because it is dealing with a man that has like that is a single father. Some like tragedy things happens to him and he's really mean. And then of course they fall in love and all that. So it's kind of giving me that, and I really did like that book. That's the last book that I read of hers. Oh yeah, I cannot wait to get into this. And this edition is so pretty. Look at that. Oh, and the last book I bought is another romance book. It is by Zuri Day, called Champagne Taste on a Bad Boy Budget. And this is a Harlequin novel. Now, I have another book by her. I have never read it. I haven't read it, but I do have it. Now, I remember seeing this about a month ago, and synopsis really got me. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna wait because another thing too. You guys know the Harlequin novel books. They are published by Afterglow Books, the publication. You know those books used to be 12.99 like a year or two ago. Look, because of them tariffs and all the other stuff. Now these are 15.99. So it has gone up a bit, but I couldn't resist it. For Jamila, a by the books entrepreneur with refined tastes, running her own restaurant has been a dream come true until she's buried in debt and without a chef. Her once bustling eatery on the brink of collapse enters Rashad White, a newly released ex-con who happens to be a culinary genius and likes to play by his own rules. With nothing in common but their love for food, the two clash at every turn. But when they're not bickering over menu ideas or cooking methods, neither can deny the attraction that simmers between them. After Rashad proposes a darling plan that they'll have to put their differences aside to work together, that's when things really start to heat up in the kitchen. Can two completely different people from two completely opposite worlds find the perfect recipe for a fresh start and maybe even love? Sounds like a little cute story. I do like enemy to lover tropes. Also, this would be good for me to read when I'm reading something heavy too. I told you guys I like to do that when I'm reading a very heavy book, which is usually most of the time. I like to kind of cleanse my palate with a romance book. This sounds like it's going to be really good. It's not long either, over 200 pages. So, yes, and usually with romances, I tend to read them, quickly. I love the cover too. That is so pretty. So, yeah, guys, that is it for part one of my Black History Month book haul. So, I have for you, and I'll be back with more Black books. Bye.